Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, so Divine is guiding me to this Wild Mystic Oracle deck to start. Oh, we've got mystery. Yeah, it feels like you have very mysterious vibes about you. And what's coming through is that this is your protection, a part of it. It's good that you come across mysterious because not everybody needs to know your business, and you're aware of that. You don't allow just anybody into your vibe. People have to earn their way into your world. It's not a thing of arrogance, it's wisdom. And what that does is it filters out a lot of the riffraff. It filters out a lot of the people who would be in your life just because they're desperate for company. And they come with nothing. They don't want to give anything. They don't want to offer any energy. They just want to take. That's what you block out by being mysterious and by allowing people to get to know you and you get to know them. You give yourself time to feel a person out and to get to know their vibe. Very wise. Very wise. Mystery. Yeah. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. What messages are coming through for this beautiful being? What is it that they need to know at this time? Archangel Raphael is coming through real strong. I was like locked in on my statue of him here. This is heart healing. Healing of the body as well. Yes, Ashe, Archangel Raphael. What's coming through for this beautiful being? Strength. I like that this is a tiger because usually in the tarot and in a lot of spiritual practices, strength is associated with the lion. But I like that this is a tiger, you know? I'm getting sun energy. That's what's coming through, is to connect with the sun. Put an emphasis at this time on your solar plexus. There are gifts that are coming through to you, spiritual gifts that are being strengthened through your solar plexus. The energy of your will, your identity. I'm getting Aries energy. Who you consider yourself to be in this world. You've done a lot of work to balance your ego, and it shows. You have a very healthy ego. A lot of people consider the ego bad, but it's not. It's who we identify ourselves as in this third dimension. And so that is important. But you've done a lot to balance that. Who you are in the physical realm with who you are in the spiritual realm. You're a very balanced being. And because of this, there's a certain confidence that you have. Once again, not arrogance. That's the second time I've said that. And it's only, we're not even 5 minutes in. Maybe somebody has labeled you as arrogant. You're not. You're not arrogant at all. You have a very balanced, healthy ego. And the ironic thing is that you've been 444 on the timer, you're protected. The ironic thing is that someone has called you arrogant, but yet you do so much work on your inner self to make sure that you have a balanced healthy ego, where you don't go around, you know, pushing people around because you're arrogant, or putting people down because you're arrogant. You don't do that. So what that tells me is that someone's called you arrogant out of envy. They envy you. They envy the being that you are, the being that you're transforming into, the being that you've already transformed into. They love what they see. But instead of humbling themselves enough to admit that they love what they see in you, they'd rather put you down and say, and dismiss you as arrogant. Absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. And low-key, whoever it was that was calling you arrogant, they were hoping that by you getting wind of that, like even if they said it to somebody else, they were hoping that you hear about it, and that would humble you, that would slow you down on your journey, so that you'd be like, oh, I'm doing too much, I'm looking too good, I'm using my gifts too much, let me tone it down. Yeah, see with that strength card, and see that's like the sun right there. They hate how your sun shines, like your light. Some of you could have a child or children that are just brilliant, and you've been getting hated on for that. I'm getting that if you are a parent, you are a spectacular parent, and that's something that a lot of people hate because it intimidates them. You've got some people around you that don't spend time with their kids. They don't invest time in their family or in their children. And so when they see you having healthy relationships and nurturing those relationships, they just want to hate on you. But you do work. The blessings that you have, you nurture them, so you deserve them. No hate necessary, but yet they find a way to do it, okay? Thank you, Spirit. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? Yeah, you've transformed a lot. You've transformed a lot, and people notice that. There's somebody who has disguised themselves in order to get money out of you, to get support, financial support out of you. There could be a Gemini here. Doesn't have to be. But there's a Gemini sign there, okay? Someone has come to you wearing a mask. That's what this is with that Gemini energy. They're choosing, and I love Geminis, but this is just, it's sort of like, it's Gemini energy, but it's on the negative end of the spectrum, okay, which every zodiac sign has positive aspects and negative aspects. So, you know, the thing is that Gemini energy is extremely intellectual and intelligent because it's ruled by Mercury. So whoever this is, they don't have to be a Gemini, but this is the energy they're coming to you in. They're using their intelligence, and they're using their dual nature, I'm getting, their dual nature, to present a self to you. Like they're choosing which self they're going to present to you in order to hide what it is that they really want. What they really want is for you to provide for them. There's something that you have that they want you to provide for them. This could be financial. This could be as simple as, you know, they want somewhere to stay. It could be just that basic, where it's like they want housing. They want to come and turn your world upside down because they don't have a roof over their head, or because they are, this is what's coming through, they're not willing to get a job. They're not willing to do any sort of work that would earn them money in order to provide housing for themselves or shelter for themselves. I'm not getting a vibe of true desperation from whoever this is. It feels like someone who is avoiding the path that they need to take in order to manifest abundance so that they can take an easy route. Okay. Also, what I'm seeing here is, even though this is, because this is Taurus, so they're wanting provisions, they're wanting you to provide for them, they want financial support, okay? They want the benefits of Venus, since Venus rules Taurus. They want abundance, they want even some luxury, I'm getting. They don't just want the bare minimum. So this is the kind of person that if you did say, okay, you could stay for 3 days, okay, that's it, then you gotta go somewhere else. They'd be like, okay, great. Can I not stay in that room though? Do you have somewhere else I can stay? Because I like a lot of light, you know? Or I know you said 3 days, but can I just stay for 6? Or if you serve them some soup, they're like, oh, I don't do soup. I don't do anything hot. It's like whatever you would give them would not be enough. This sounds like a complete user and manipulator. Okay. Also, what I'm seeing here is, even though these are like, you know, because Taurus is the bull, I'm seeing these as the horns, but it feels like a wreath. That's with my third eye. That's how I'm seeing it. And so there is something that you have been awarded. There is some sort of progress that you have achieved, and it's phenomenal. It's beautiful. This is something that's in alignment with your North Node. Wherever it is that you're supposed to move in life, whatever direction it is that you're supposed to move in, whatever goals you're moving towards, that's what your accomplishments are aligned with. Okay? And it shows. You're shining. 1212 on the timer. That's Hanged Man energy. So this person has become enlightened as to something that you are doing that's completely on your path. They want in on that. They want in on that. So in a way, the way I'm seeing this person is coming in wearing a disguise, okay, with this masked energy. And they want to come in and benefit from the fruit of your labor. They want to come in and have some snacks and some meals, eating the fruit of your labor, the hard work that you've put in, the rewards that you have reaped because of the seeds that you have sown and the work that you have put in. They want to sit around and enjoy that harvest. What's at the bottom of the deck? Determination. Oh, and they're determined to do it. This is Piscean energy. They're determined to do this. They're very determined. Also, they want access to your wisdom. So that lets me know that their life is in shambles. They're feeling very desperate, so they want access to your wisdom. And they're like I said, they are determined to get it, to get what it is that they're going after. Okay, let's go here to the archetypes and see what's coming through here. Divine, what can you tell us about this situation regarding this beautiful being? What do they need to know about this person who's coming in? Oh, okay, so they're a beggar. I'm hearing beggars can't be choosy. Is that what it is? Beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosy or picky, you know. So that's exactly what I was saying before. It's like whatever you would give them, if you did help them out, it wouldn't be good enough. They'd ask for something else. It's like they would quickly switch up from coming to you in this beggar type energy, like, oh, please. Because they would put on a show. That's what I'm seeing. They would put on a show. They might even say that they're having a health issue or that it's some sort of sob story. where, oh, things are just so awful. Can I please get some help? Just anything, just anything. That's the story initially. Then once they get their foot in the door, it's, oh, well, that's okay, but do you have this? They would be extremely picky. Because they're a trickster. This is total trickster energy. And what I'm getting is that with this Gemini energy here, they would flip-flop between masks. If this is someone that you, well, this is coming through that it's someone that you already know. This is not a stranger, okay? So this is someone from your past. You've already experienced this energy with them where they switch up. You've seen their different sides, but they haven't quite come to you with a request this big. And so with this determination card, they're really putting forth a lot of effort to try to come to you and have success with this request that they're making, to use your time, use your energy, use your resources. Also, look at here. What this person really wants is to team up with you. Oh my goodness. Okay. They're a bully. I don't know if they've shown you that side. I feel like they have. I feel like you've seen that side of this person, but they're coming to you trying to act like they're renewed. They're, you know, completely going to dismiss every single thing that they did to you that was in this energy, okay, of being a bully. But really, their goal, they see you as an artist. You are a creator. And they want to be your companion now. They see your success. We're in minute 17. They see your star energy. 17 is the star card in the tarot. So this person has checked you out. If you're visible online, they're stalking you. If you do something in your community, they're watching you like crazy. And they're sitting there drooling while they're watching you, because all they want is to be in on your world. Never mind that this was all that they were dishing out before. Foolishness, chaos, mayhem, rudeness, abuse, mistreatment. Okay? I guess you're just supposed to forget that. They think somebody has amnesia. Nobody has amnesia. Your memory is perfect. Okay? And so you're not about to have any of this. But yeah, they want to be a companion now. Betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. This person wanted you to lose your identity. This could be one of those people who, in the intro, Divine was saying that someone has called you arrogant. So before, this could be that person that was calling you arrogant, saying that you were all kinds of things. But see, now that they see you as the artist that you are, and they've witnessed your success, now they want to be aligned with you. And they want to sweep whatever it was that they said before under the rug. Nobody's about to forget that. Nobody's about to forget what they've said and what they've done. Okay, they're saying go here. That's some incense ash. Okay, Spirit, what do we need to know? What does this beautiful being need to know about this situation? About this trickster or their motives? What needs to be known about this situation, Divine? Are they hiding? Thank you, Spirit. On deck, you're up next. Your time is almost here. Get ready to receive any minute now. Let things flow. That's why this person is coming to you. Because they know, and this is card 55, they know that change is happening for you. and that you're about to receive something so powerful, so amazing. So it's like, you saw how long it took for the card to come out there. First of all, they want to prolong your blessing. They want to bring about this hesitation. I'm hearing the word hesitation. They want to create hesitancy. Is that a word? Hesitation around your blessings. They know that it's about to happen. Look at that. Yeah, it's like when a batter is about to, yeah, they're like on deck, right? And it's about to be your turn. And you're going to hit a home run. Like, that's your blessing. You're manifesting it. It's on the way. And so this person wants to come in and create like a traffic jam energetically. That's why it took so long for this card to come out. That's what they're trying to do in the physical for you, is create a slowdown. Also, what they want is for, okay, so, you know, like on the radio, when they'll have people call in and then they'll let people give shout outs. That's what I'm getting. It's like this person wants you to shout them out. They want you to, because it's artist and companion, they want to be in your zone, like up in your zone, right? So they really want you to give them some sort of recognition in whatever, if you have a circle of people that you work with, or I know a lot of you work alone, okay, because you're introverted like me. So whoever it is that's around you, whether you have an online community or if you have a small group of people that you work with, whatever it is that you've got going, they want in on it, okay? So, and I'm getting like, you know, like when you have an IV drip, that's kind of how they want to do this thing, where they want to slowly but surely start impacting your energy with theirs. And then before you know it, it's like they want to come in and just basically take over whatever it is. 2222, they want to wipe out your balance. You have achieved so much balance that you have built over time, and you've learned how to manage it. And there might be things that you're still learning how to manage, but that's just a natural part of the process. You're doing a beautiful job. Everything is going perfectly according to divine timing. That's what I'm hearing. But they know that there's something. I just looked at my Aure Camino incense. The roads are open for you to receive something so powerful right now. It's like a major obstacle that you've overcome. And so you are about to receive a very big blessing. This person knows that. This person knows that. And what I'm getting is that they don't even have to be that intuitive, because I don't get that this is an intuitive person, because if they were, they would know not to come near you. Because you're doing things and you are not to be bothered, okay? So if they had divine intuition, they would know to just leave you alone and let you do your divine thing. But they're not. But they can sense your success. They can see your success. Okay, there's something very obvious, very apparent to the human eye, to the physical eye, about your abundance. And they've scoped that out, and they want in on it. And they want to slow down your blessing, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Anything else from this deck to clarify this situation? This person feels completely disowned. And I don't get pity for them. Like, I don't feel pity for them, but this person is feeling very pitiful because they feel disowned. There is no one who wants to take them in. There is no one who is willing to put up with their foolishness, because that's all that they put out is foolishness. And enough people have seen so much evidence from this person that all they put out is chaos. That's all they bring to people's doors. Okay? That's it. Chaos. Confusion. Now what they want is because, yeah, it says feeling rejected and abandoned, wounds about belonging, identity and worthiness, shadow healing. The problem is that shadow healing is what this person needs to do, but they're not stepping up to the plate. You know how I know that? Because they want you to take a bullet for the blame that they need to take accountability for. This is a person who does not want to take any accountability whatsoever for anything that they have done. Okay? Taking the blame or pain for someone else's sake, devotion or duty, selflessness, self-sacrifice. This is the vibe that they want you to be in order to take them in. They really thought they would try it. Like, they really thought they would try it. Now, there could be a time in the past where you were very either kind to this person or open with this person. You know, sometimes we get into a mode where we're trying to help somebody and we get so focused on trying to help somebody that we forget who it is that we're trying to help and whether or not they have earned that level of responsibility yet. And so we give them some information, maybe a personal story about ourselves. There could be some personal information that you shared with this person, or there could be some extensive time or energy or effort that you allowed this person to benefit from. And then you realized that they did the wrong thing with what you shared with them. You know what I mean? They didn't value it, or they mistreated you or something like that. Okay, this person, I feel like they do everybody dirty. They do themselves dirty because right now they need to be taking accountability, healing themselves, and earning some money for themselves instead of coming to knock on your door. All right? But they want you to be in this martyr frequency where you would be willing to put yourself on the line and take the blame for what they've done. And what they don't realize is that you're too wise for that. You're way too intuitive for that. And even beyond that, you are doing your soul's work. You don't have time to be wasting on people who aren't trying to pull their weight and do what they need to do to pull themselves up out of the mud. You see what I'm saying? They see you being uninhibited. Now, what they don't realize is that this freedom that you have, you've earned it. And you've earned it through your self-love, through your self-care, through your healing work. That's why you radiate these vibes of mystery. Remember that came through? And of where you're just free and like, yes, I'm seeing like hair blowing in the wind. You might have your hair blowing in the wind when you have your windows down or whatever. Or you might not, but I'm getting that visual more than likely from this card. But it could apply to you. There's something about your vibe that is just extremely free. And that's something that this person has seen. They've seen you evolve into this being where you really don't give a damn what people think about you. And your loyalty truly lies with yourself and your connection to the divine. You don't doubt yourself. And so they want this energy. But yet they're coming to you trying to infuse you with their bullshit. And that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay? Free of shame or restriction in your expression of sensuality. Okay, that's another thing. Oh, look. Erotic energy, unapologetically sexy. So look, they're attracted to you. And I don't care if this person is same gender or not. They are extremely attracted to you. This is card 226. And you know what this is making me think of? That sitcom from back in the day, 227. With Jack Hay. I forget the other actors and actresses, their real names. But they want, yes, but it was about an apartment complex. Or it was like buildings that were right, they were neighbors, okay? And they all lived right there in the same neighborhood. And so that's what they want to come and knock on your door. Oh my God. That's what they want. That's what they want. This person wants to come live with you. Because seriously, what I'm getting is that they would expect to hear that maybe they could stay with you for 3 to 4 days. They would try to turn that into 3 to 4 years. That's how insane this person is. Now, as I'm looking at this trickster card, there's something I want to check out, because I feel like this person, with this trickster energy, I feel like this is a person who would try to ruin something in your life so that they can have room in your world. Like, okay, and this came through in a previous reading, where it's somebody who wants to cause a disaster so that they could come to your rescue. And I'm wondering if that's the energy I'm getting. That's the energy I'm getting. So if you are in a relationship, if you have, and this was with anybody, if you have a relationship with a spouse, if you have a relationship with a lover, if you have a relationship with your children and they live with you, please guard that, protect it. 3111 on the timer. Because what I'm getting is that this person wants to take whoever it is that you are connected to, or that you depend on, or who depends on you. And I don't mean like in an unhealthy way. I just mean like a community vibe or a family vibe, okay? A loving vibe. They want to come in and bring a change to that. They could also be trying to do this before they come to you, but they're trying to impact your world energetically. So just keep your protection up, okay? Speak protection over you and be aware that that's what they're trying to do, okay? If you have picked up on this, let's see. Show us more about this, Spirit, please. Thank you. Crossing. Yeah, so this person is at a crossroads. Okay, they are in desperate need of energy. But look at this. They're trying to cross a threshold. That's them at your door. But see, in reality, that door is going to be closed. Okay? And with that being card 8, they want to come into your world forever. For eternity. They want to come into your world. They want a permanent place in your world. So I'm definitely getting the vibe that if you are in a loving relationship or a relationship that you care about, first of all, this person could be trying to, yeah, confirmation, my light just flickered. They could be trying to do like separation work or doing something to influence your connections in order to, because 3111 came up on the, I saw that. I called that timeout. So they're trying to take whatever relationships you have and get you alone. So that you'll be desperate for them. They really think. See, this person needs a hobby. And they need to find their true purpose. Because this ain't it right here. Okay? Them sitting around trying to come up with ways to manipulate you. That's not their purpose. Yes, departure. Exactly. That's exactly what they need to do. Is depart. And stay away. But what I am getting is that this person is trying to come up with a way to travel towards you. Okay, they're trying to figure out a way to re-enter your world. And so they're willing to use energy. They're willing to use whatever sorts of plans. Okay, I'm being drawn to this deck. So let's see what's coming through. Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to know about this situation? What needs to be known? Oh, wow. So they see you ascending. That's obvious. Okay, you're ascending. And I'm getting that this is a constant process for you. You know, we do go through ascensions where we have like ascension symptoms, might feel tired, might have some pressure in our head and things like that. And the symptoms pass, but it's because our physical body is trying to adjust to the level of energy that we're now able to house within our aura. And it's different. Okay, we have to adjust. But this is something that you're constantly doing, and it shows because you're always glowing. You're constantly leveling up, and you do it so beautifully. I mean, it's like an effortless vibe about you. You can see here, she looks so unbothered, right? But incredibly alluring. And that's how you are. That's the vibe that you give. Extremely alluring. People are very intrigued by you because you have a different vibe and you're not afraid to be different. You own everything about you that sets you apart. And so that makes you even more alluring and magnetic and attractive, okay? So they see you ascending, and you have all the physical attributes of someone who is constantly ascending. And so they're very, very attracted to you. But they're going to come to you, or this is how they're planning, saying that they just want closure. They really need closure. So really what's going on is that they see you ascending and they want in on your energy, but they're coming in with a story saying, I just need some closure. You know, we need that because that's so healthy. That's so spiritual, right? Knowing damn well they don't give a care in the world about truly being spiritual. What they care about is being manipulative and getting their way and trying to get in through that door. Look at all these doors that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? And then the sitcom 227 came through where it's like all these people in their apartments, you know, that it really is what they want. They want to come live with you. And I'm getting that they have tried so many ways to come into your world energetically, mentally. They've tried to do this to get in your head, right? They've tried smear campaigns, okay, because when they were saying that you're arrogant, they were saying that to multiple people. And so this was something that they really wanted to do to impact your reputation and then to get in your head and hopefully weaken you. That's what they wanted to do, was weaken you. Nothing that they've done has worked. You've alchemized all of it. And so now they feel like the last resort is to infringe on or break through your physical barrier, that being your door. They really want to come in and live with you and try to bond with you energetically, because that's the only way that they feel that they can get to you. The spell work has not worked. The smear campaigns have not worked. The bullying has not worked. So now they want to come in and cry some sob story and get your sympathy and live with you. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but that's this person. That's the level they're on, okay? Let's see here. I want to go here and see what else is coming through for you, beautiful being, because it's like divine is just saying to focus on you, you know, put up your protection. This is just a message of warning so that you know, if this is your reading, you're already going to get confirmation, okay? But whatever it is that you have, that you love, protect it. And what I'm getting is that you have a really beautiful home life. You do. And whether you live alone or if you have relationships that of people with people that you live with, protect your energy. But I'm getting that for some of you, you definitely have a family. And that is something that this person wants to get in on and impact. They want to impact your relationship with your children, with your lover, and they want to turn you against them. They want to turn you against them so that you're lonely and wanting company. But see, this person doesn't even think logically, because their ploys and plots are not going to work. But even if it did, you would never want that person. You would never want that person, okay? But your relationships are divinely protected. And so there's nothing, look, you've got spirit guides here. You're divinely guided. So you're not going to make foolish decisions about anyone in your life. And this, if you look here, it looks like an 8, okay? You are eternally and infinitely protected by the divine, by your ancestors, by your spirit allies. There's nothing that can bring harm to you. And so that's something that this person doesn't realize, because they don't know what it's like to have divine protection. Because they lost theirs with all their trickery and, you know, trying to manipulate other people. They don't have a single spirit that they can call on for protection. So they don't understand why they should stay away from you. They have lost it, okay? But that's all right, because you've got plenty of spirit guides who will visit them in their sleep and remind them. You've got new beginnings. Look at that. You've got beautiful new beginnings. And this is a door that we want to see, okay? Because this is your new beginning. And if you'll notice, there's no crazy person standing there, okay? There's no crazy person standing there hoping to come into your world. And look, we've got ash. That means this is the energy of the rising phoenix. You have made it through so many things, beautiful being. And all of those challenges that you've been through have just proven your strength, which came through at the beginning of the reading. You are so intuitive. You will smell this kind of energy long before it actually would make it to your door, okay? And because of that intuition, you're focused on your new beginnings, all right? Your new beginnings. I don't know if y'all can see the ash, but whenever ash flies through, it just appears. It's a sign of the rising phoenix, okay? But because of all that you've been through, you have manifested a beautiful new beginning. And I want to get some information on this new beginning to see what this is bringing to you. Because that's what divine really wants you to remain focused on. You got peace. That's right. What are these new beginnings bringing to this beautiful being, Spirit? We were just talking about intuition. You will know, you will feel, you will sense everything that you need to know, sense, and feel in order to nurture your protection, right? Because you're divinely protected, but it's with our intuition that we nurture our protection, because our intuition guides us to the things that we should go towards, and it guides us away from the things that we should avoid. And that's how we nurture our protection, okay? We reinforce it. And that's exactly what you're doing. It says, listen to your intuition, it never lies. That's right. And your intuition is helping you to continue to transform with those butterflies there, okay? You've got a new beginning that leads to growth. Also, don't forget, one reason why this person is thinking about you so much right now is because they already know that you've got a beautiful blessing that's coming. Okay, and they're not going to do anything to damage it or to disrupt it, because you're wise. And you've also got growth in your self-love. You're just going to continue to love yourself and to nurture your blessings. That's right. And release. So whatever negative energy it is that this person is trying to bring to you, you're releasing it. You're not even tuned into it. You're aware of it, but you're not tuning into it because it's not yours. All right, so you can release that and be free. You are not living inside this cage. You are living free, okay? You are free. You are enjoying the beautiful world around you and also enjoying your beautiful world within, because you have so much grace, talent, and just beautiful vibes inside of you that allow you to radiate this energy that people are so drawn to and so inspired by. Ashe. All right, beautiful being. I'm so grateful that you tuned in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that this reading brought you some insight, some clarity, and some good vibes. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy. And I wish you so many blessings. Take care.